Our next company is a very well-known company from Ahmedabad, Chavda Infra. And over to you guys.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing fine. So I'll give you a brief overview about the company Chavda Infra. We have been established since 1990, so it's almost 3.5 decade old company. So our journey started from a very humble beginning. We started constructing small first floors, then we eventually we started getting work of private bungalows. After that, the work and the ethics of our company were really appreciated. Post that, we started getting projects of bungalows and societies. Uh, in around 2010, the architects and the developers, they noticed the work that we have been doing. So it was, at that particular time, it was something that was not being done. So they started appreciating the work and the breakthrough happened. The top architects, they wanted to construct the institute. One such institute at that time we did for Zydus School of Excellence. So eventually we started getting a lot of work. Then in Ahmedabad particularly, where we are based from, we started getting a high-rise culture. Until then we were having a low-rise. So high-rise were very scarce that time. And we got one such opportunity to come up with a high rise. The way we went vertical was really, noticed from everywhere. So post that we started getting, after that we started getting 5 projects, then 5 became 10, 10 became 36. So eventually the growth was very steep. Like we just had a very steep growth ratio at that point. Why we did that? Because we had this quality that we had, carried from when we were doing the private bungalows, which we brought to the high rise as well. So that was something that was quite noticeable. And then we started getting a lot of work. In 2013 through 19, we have had so many high rise projects in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, Gandhinagar, Rajkot. Uh, After that, then we started, to get a good quality work, we needed the entire ecosystem. So we started developing the ecosystem. How our ecosystem worked, we developed our own infrastructure, we developed our own plant, refurbishing yard. So in 2020, we had our own RMC plants. After a while, 2 years, we made 2 RMC plants. And since this ecosystem, we were the was very few companies who had such infrastructure that can uphold the skyscrapers, which recently started coming in Ahmedabad, 36 stories, 40 stories, 150 meters. So we are one of the very few contractors in Ahmedabad who have such technology, who have such infrastructure that can scale such heights vertically in Ahmedabad. And we have the ecosystem, so we have the edge over other competitors as well. So this company was started by my father, Mr. Mahesh Chavda. That was 3.5 decade earlier. And right now, my brother, Mr. Johil Chavda, me, Jeet Chavda, and our CEO, Mr. Pat Gurjar. We are taking care of all the projects and looking over the entire management. Core strength of our company, we have a very big family. We have like almost 350 people. Some of the engineers and some of the staff that we have are with us since almost 20, 25 years. So what happens is you have a mix of both old and a new fresh generation coming in. It becomes like a school. Like the older ones, they teach how the quality and how the engineering that Chavda's quality requires. So we have the constant, upgrading of the quality work that we have been doing. Then the ethics and integrity of the company, that the culture of the company that has been carried on for almost 3 decades. So this is where we are different from other. We have a huge family, we have a huge staff working for us, we have a very, very low attrition rate. Like once people come with us, they have been with us for a long while. And we have always taken care that they move forward with us as well. So that preserves the quality, that preserves the integrity, that preserves the value of the company. Experience, we have a lot of experience. We have seen the skyline move from low rises to skyscrapers, and we have almost 34 years of experiences and expertise in the industry. We have a very management, we have a very organized structure. in management. Like we have almost 12 departments. We have a safety department where we have a store department, we have a P&M department, we have a RMC, ready mix concrete department. Then we have quality QA/QC, our own laboratory. Total, we have 12 departments. We have categorized each department, which has like departmental heads in each department and the entire hierarchy. And everyone is integrated with the ERP software. So everything has been properly systematized. Volume, sound. So this is my refurbishing yard. Why the refurbishing yard is important? Because sorry. So yeah, this here is my refurbishing yard. So what happens in a construction company, we have a huge capex. We have a very huge capex involved, wherein we have to invest a lot of money in the shuttering material, formwork system, machineries. So once the site gets completed, you need a proper yard to refurbish, to increase the life of the material. There's a very technical know-how of how to do certain things. So we have almost 4,000 square yard of refurbishing yard, almost 50 people day and night working to make the machineries, to make the formworks up to date for the next project. What happens is, once you've invested, at that particular time, the capex is involved very high. After this, the repetition starts. And when the repetition kicks in, the profit margin increases a lot. Like for this, this refurbishing yard is very important. And we have a like balance between both refurbished, using a refurbished material and using a new material to take care of our profit margins. Now this is our RMC plant. The beginning of RMC plant happened because at that time, particularly in Ahmedabad, when we were doing a very good quality, we were able to give a very good finishes. There came a requirement to have a very good concrete that can uphold the quality that we have been doing. So we established our own laboratory, we established our own RMC ready mix concrete plant. We have 2 plants and strength of almost 70 transit mixtures, 6 pumps that can take to up to 150 meter 40 storage building, and boom pumps that can cater on a truck mounted boom pumps and building mounted boom pumps. So we have the entire infrastructure for concrete ready at our disposal. So in here you see the technology that we have been incorporating in the skyscrapers, in the bungalows that we have been doing construction. These are all the recent site pictures. This is the truck mounted boom pump that can be used anywhere in the terrains where it is difficult to get the concreting done. This is the world-class Kydex system. It is a German technology. This is one of my plants, captive plants. This is the second one that we just installed. Now, when we come to high-rises, the safety of the workers, safety of the staff, everything is a first priority. Last year, I will be very proud that we had a zero casualty reported, and that we had almost 5,000 people working for us. Not a single fatal injury was observed, and we also have a very good insurance policies and everything for our staff, for employees, and for the laborers. Also, we are very well equipped with the safety screens, PPEs. Everything has been used that is top notch and as per the industry standard. The workforce in Chavda Infra, as I said, we have staff that has been with us from very long. We have the staff that is just joining in, they're just coming in, and the culture we have is a very familiar culture. Everybody works there to enjoy. We don't have certain very rules that it feels like you're working in a job. It's working with Chavda makes you feel free. And that is why we have retained the employees, we have retained the contractors, we have retained the agencies with us since so many years. So we have a very empowered workforce. This is one of the reasons we have been constantly growing in the industry. So just glimpse of one of the few projects that are going on right now. If you see, you observe the quality of work that we have been doing. It's a very phenomenal quality of work that is doing this. These are the raw pictures of the construction quality that we are providing. So it's not just the construction that we do. We come up with a very passionate workforce. So the passion that we do, the work it is shown. This is one such building in Gift City, and it's a corporate house. So a very well admired building in Gift City. Even the staff from the Gift City, the main management staff, idealized this building. And we have got so many testimonials and compliments for the construction quality that has been done. They are the 260 Bungalows Society that we are doing right now, Kalrao Nest. It's a very beautiful Bali style villas that are to be completed within 2 years. And these are the starting of the skyscrapers in Ahmedabad, about 30 stories. There's one such building where we are fully equipped with the My1 shuttering, aluminium formwork, the edge protection system, the safety screening system. So the best of the technologies that has been used in the world has been incorporated in this. These are just the few buildings that we have been working on for recently, and the names of the ongoing projects. We have almost 36 projects that have been ongoing, and many more that have been scheduled to come in next few months. These are the pictures of the completed projects that we have done over the time. This is our clientele. We have been served for a long time. We also, one of the core strength of the company has been we have a lot of repeated clients. Whenever we start work with someone, they have been with us since like 7 to 8 years. They have been repeatedly giving us projects. So many names here are the top players in the city. Here we have almost 130 projects that have been completed. 30 plus projects are ongoing. We have the staff strength, that is the technical staff strength of 350. And the tallest we have gone is 140 plus meters in high rise. See, industry in Ahmedabad and Gujarat, we work in Tri-City, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, Gandhinagar. The opportunity of late has been a lot. There has been a lot of construction going up, a lot of migration going up. In Gift City, if you see, almost 200 million USD investment has been coming up. That is why Gift City has been flourishing. Even that there are talks of Olympics into 2036 coming up in Ahmedabad. So there's a lot of construction activity and infrastructure activity that has been going on in Ahmedabad, and we are at the right place and the right time. And fortunately, we have the infrastructure we could cater for such growth that we are observing in Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar, and Gift City. These are a few highlights. In 2024, the housing demands in city increased by 21.4%. The average property rate also saw 1.4% surge. Ahmedabad residential real estate market saw healthy growth at 6194 units launched in 24. These are all the facts that we have taken up from the news data. Around 80% of commercial state leasing happened around SG Highway and ISKCON Ambli Road. Gift City is the first financial service center in Gandhinagar. Not only is it boosting the Indian trade, but also residential market. Another factor contributing to Ahmedabad's popular commercial hub is its proximity to international airport and metro project. These are our robust financial performance. We have been consistently delivering the performance. Like last 2 to 3 years, we have been having 40% increase in our sales from 91 to 110 to 162 to 242. and the performance is still continuing. So we'll be able to give up a very good figure in coming years as well. And we have a very healthy PET margin because of the refurbishing and reputation of the materials that we have. We have been able to maintain the margin that are really good for us. So when we went public in September 2023, the order book was 601.31 CR, which is right now 1093.11 CR. At Chavda, our vision, ever since like the conception of the Chavda, ever since we started, there's always been one vision to deliver the quality product at speed with ethics. So whenever you see a building that has been done by Chavda, you see the beautifully created building, passionately made building with a very good quality. That is why we've been preferred over other competitors over and over again. There has been a time for first 6 months we have to actually say no to the tenders that are coming up. Like from September, we actually are totally booked in first 6 months. So this is how good we have been getting the response because of the quality that we provide to the clientele. Our mission is to invest more and more in the technology to go vertical. Our vision, our mission is to invest in the technology where we'll be able to cater the high rises, the skyscrapers coming in Ahmedabad. Recently, the skyscraper culture has been kicking in. We have 40-story, 50-story building. Our infrastructure is on the line to cater such buildings as well. So this is our future growth vision for Chavda Infra. Thank you very much.
So you finish your presentation ahead of time, like your projects also. Thanks.
That's why people keep calling us again.
So the floor is open for Q&A. Yes, sir.
So thanks for the presentation. I just wanted to understand, because the business is doing quite well. On the payment terms side, if you can give some information, some understanding around as to how does the payment terms flow, that will be helpful. Second question, when you receive, what amount you receive, how do you screen out कि किसके लिए काम करना है, कौन से डेवलपर के लिए काम करना है, something around that. Second thing was on the order book, 1100 crores of order book you mentioned. What will be the execution timeline of this? And third thing was on going beyond Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar are traveled areas. So how will we migrate, let's say, Surat, Baroda or Rajkot for that matter, and then eventually to Mumbai and
See, the payment terms will first come up to the payment terms. The payment terms where we have is, first of all, not able to hear, wait. So the payment terms what we have is, when we start the project, we always ask for the mobilized advance from the client. So that is around 5 to 10%. Then we have like the payment, the milestone-wise payment that every month we cast a slab, we have to put up a bill. The payment comes in next 30 to 45 days of the billing cycle. And once we have the defect liability period wherein they keep the retention money 3 to 5% for at least a defect liability period that is about 1 year. Can you just, point-wise, can you repeat the question just point-wise? The execution timeline of 1093 crore order book would be around 2 to 2.5 years. But within this stipulated time, we will be getting another projects. We will be working on another projects as well. 2 to 2.5 years. Once the projects are completed, we take up new projects as well. So the cycle keeps on rolling. So, see, going beyond Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar, right now, as I just said, in first 6 months, we are 100% occupied. So, first of all, I'd like to, develop my company and have enough resources to cater the entire 3 cities that are, we have 4 big cities nearby, that is 30 minutes distance, like Baroda, Gandhinagar, Ahmedabad, and Gift. So, I think next 3 to 4 years, my focus would be able to cater everything that I have been getting so long. And post that, we'll move to the top tier cities like Mumbai, Pune, wherein you have the culture of, speedy completion of the project. So infrastructure is not to be shifted. Wherever we go, we try to establish ourselves. See, if I come to Mumbai, I'll establish myself with a new infrastructure over here. So that is not a problem because once we start the work, we'll keep getting the work. That's not the concern that I'll have to shift everything outside of the city in future. And I can't hear you. Can you be more? Can you?
This is the related part question of 21 crore for FY 2021. What is that? Then secondly, there is no cash flow conversion.
Can I ask question in the meantime? Jeet, thank you so much. Your nice presentation. I just have one question. Okay.
Related party transaction of 21 crore. It's a purchase. The related party. What it is that? What it is exactly? And secondly, there is no cash flow conversion.
So, as far as related party transaction is concerned, it is purchased from our RMC plant, which is under Chavda RMC LLP. So, Chavda RMC LLP caters 70 to 75% requirement of Chavda Infra. So, all those 22 CR you are saying that is for RMC purchase from RMC LLP.
It's a cash flow.
Cash flow, sorry?
There is no cash flow conversion.
Cash flow conversion from?
For FY 24, it's negative. So, any
Yes, as Jeet bhai explained that we are right now Ahmedabad market is growing around skyscrapers, and for skyscrapers we need high investments. So it is the initial phase of our investment. That's why our cash flow from operating activities are negative. So that is the only thing.
See, about this is, in construction industry, as I said, we have a very high capex. See, if I am to build one skyscrapers, almost 7 to 8 crores come in. Like that 7 to 8 crores investment that I do is going to stay with me for next 8 to 10 years. Again, it's a commodity. I've been investing in an aluminium formwork. So when you sell aluminium, you get the 40% at the price of aluminium at that time also. So basically, we are investing our money in the right places where we can use it. We have a refurbishing yard. We can increase the life shell of the product, and you can the total cash flow will eventually keep on getting positive.
How do you see your order
Hello.
books growing next year or next 2 to 3 years if you can? Today is 1,000 crore. What will be in, let's say, next year?
Next year, we've been growing on the same pace that we have given the last year. So we have the order book that supports the claim. So I think you can expect something around the same percentage that we did last year.
And that would be mainly from Ahmedabad or outside?
This is from Tri-City, as I said. We are working with GIFT, we are working in Gandhinagar, we are working with Ahmedabad, yes. So it's all nearby.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hi. So if you take about, you executed close to 150 project till now. Right now you said you are working on 36 project.
Yes.
So based on current bandwidth, what kind of project you can take, you can say in a year? What kind of maximum project size you can take, you can say for a single project? And as you mentioned that you are buying close to 20 crore from your RMC plant, any plan to merge it so that to avoid the related party transaction?
See, as of now, we have not planned anything as such. In future, let's see how the things, how the need arises and how things work out. But for now, we have not planned. We are just looking Chavda Infra, trying to grow with Chavda Infra only.
About the number of projects you can handle in a year.
We have been handling 36 projects right now. So we can do every year we've been having a steady growth plan, because we just don't want to overtrade and we want to conserve the quality that we have been doing since so much time.
And
so around 36 to 40 projects we can handle at a time.
And what is the
maximum size of project we are doing is 18 lakh square feet. That is 140 to 150 CR. But if you combine, we can also do 200, 300 CR, because these projects we have been catering at different location. We have the staff and infrastructure. If we get together at one place, we can easily execute it. It's not a problem.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Morning.
It's a very good question, I'll tell you. We have a very healthy cycle of refurbishing and maintaining our investments. We have almost 4,000 square yard dedicated space. Major concerns in contractor is you get the stolen inventories. You have no refurbishing done to your materials. We have a very healthy way of maintaining our investments. And once, you know, the projects are completed, I take projects in a ratio. Like which ratio is this? The ratio wherein we take the reputation in 50% and where we invest new in the other 50%. So because we take the reputation in 50%, the margins are very healthy because there's a very low capital involved. And yet we get the mobilized advance, yet we get the payment over there on time, and the margin is remaining the same. And second, we are, because of the credibility, we are never on the side of tendering. We are never tendering for the projects. We are getting the projects even if we are H1 because of the quality that we have been doing and the credibility that we have built in the city. So we have the better margin than others. It helps us to survive and help us to give good quality work.
Right. So another question is that with the increasing share of skyscrapers and high-rise buildings in our order book, do we see our margin expanding? Like, does that portfolio has a higher margin?
No, this definitely it has a higher margin because first we used to have the investment that has the reputation of 14 stories, 14 times only. Now we take a product, see if I invest in an aluminium product, now I'll have a 36 reputation to 40 reputation on the same building. So मैं पहले 3 करोड़ खर्च करता था, उसको 14 बार रिपीटेशन लेता था. अभी मैं जाके 7 करोड़ खर्च कर रहा हूँ, उसको मैं 36 बार रिपीटेशन ले रहा हूँ, फिर भी वो एल्यूमिनियम है, मैं वापस दूंगा तो 40% मिलेगा. नहीं दूंगा वापस, रिफर्बिशिंग कराऊंगा 1000-2000 रुपये लेके, तो मेरे पास दूसरे 36 माले करने के लिए प्रोडक्ट होगी, तो वो मार्जिन बढ़ते जाएंगे.
Right. Sir, lastly, I have a suggestion that RMC वाला जो plant है हमारा, can we just highlight that it is not a part of the listed entity, or if going forward we plan to acquire it, then we can show it in our investor presentations and everything, because it becomes a little unclear after that.
Sure, we'll be able to do that, but when we project this in our presentation is to show the uninterrupted service, the ecosystem that Chavda Group has. See, we are in a service industry, so once we have our own plant, we can cater to the requirement very easily and we can take care of the quality. That's why we insist in showing this.
Yeah. So I have one question.
Yes.
So structurally, are you seeing tailwinds within Gujarat? You started by saying that there are a lot of low-rise buildings, and suddenly we are seeing a lot of high-rise. So is it because of an influx of population? Is it because of people want to live better? What are the tailwinds that are actually leading to this high-rise?
Certainly, there has been a lot of influx of population in Ahmedabad, from seeing a just Gujarati crowd to catering to metropolitan crowd coming from everywhere from the country. We have seen a lot of population growth. The data are also available on Google if you see so much population growth. And to cater this, the land rates have become so high. So it is not easy to invest on lands. Rather, you have to go to high rises, and hence the culture of high rise seems to be booming.
So are you seeing existing societies, etc., want to get redeveloped into going higher?
Yes, definitely redevelopment is a culture. It has started in Ahmedabad, and there are projects, redevelopment projects that are coming up, a lot of redevelopment projects.
Hi. We'll take only 2 more
morning.
questions. Yes, sir.
Hello. How do you differentiate yourself versus the more established players like PSP projects? If you could give any specific examples as to what the differences are, that will be helpful. Thank you.
See, we are very conservative regarding the expansion, the growth story that we give. We are very concerned. See, I have enough opportunity to double the turnover. As I said, like in first 6 months, we are 100% booked for the next year. So if I start taking the projects, I can give you the expansion, I can give you the growth of 100% in a year. But we are very calculative about the PET margins, the profit structure. We always take the margin, we always take the projects in the ratio where we can get the reputation of the material and investment of the material. That ratio has to be maintained to protect. Another thing is the quality. Why we have been preferred in this city is because the quality and the timeline that we can achieve has been phenomenal, and there are very few people who can do that. Again, we also have the ecosystem and the infrastructure, which is which compared to other, very few people have the. Let's just say like we have a huge stockyard. आज machine खराब हो गया, lift खराब हो गई, just one call away, half an hour में you'll deliver the machine. We have the entire PNM staff. So एक बार any problem, we just cater in within half an hour to 1 hour. So it's an uninterrupted service. It's a quality service on time. So that is why we've been preferred more and more.
Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yes.
So thank you. I think your presentation gives a better clarity than the previous two, because it gives a visibility of order book. So what I want. No, I think, so I want to congratulate it gives a better visibility.
Sir,
My
please,
question is,
1 minute, please don't convert this into an AGM and do all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, no problem.
Please ask relevant questions
Yeah.
and don't belittle somebody else यार. मजा नहीं आता है तो.
yeah, नहीं, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ
Please ask relevant questions, otherwise sit down.
No problem. I'm
Ask
just.
your question.
Yeah, I'm asking questions. Allow me. So I'm saying government itself has given vision of 2030 of 7 trillion and 2047 forward-looking statement of 30 trillion. So I'm saying that no, it gives us clarity. Let's not beat around the bush. What I'm asking that I looked at your PAT is 19 to 20 crore. I look at 40% CAGR. So it looks to me now that this, do you have a very good run rate and going to be long term? Have you something in mind that how long this growth will continue? 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, some vision you have in mind?
Sir, as long as we are there, the growth will continue. Why do you even doubt it?
Last question, Prakash.
Yeah, so my question was, have you ever been tempted to get into development? You do a lot of work for developers, but has there been a temptation, and if yes, how have you resisted?
Yes, we are, yes, that's a very alluring line of work. Yes, we are tempted. And but this is the core, this is the passion that we have been following, construction, because we are technical. Me, my brother, my father, we are technical person. So developers में ऐसा है कि developers में you don't have to be technical. It's like a producer and a director thing. तो director, producer बनने के लिए सोच सकता है, but you always have a passion to construct a good building, to construct.
But you have a subsidiary.
I do have a Chavda developer firm as well.
Yeah.
It's not a subsidiary. It's a totally different firm. It's a private limited firm. Chavda, wherein we are doing redevelopment projects, and we are very good at doing it. Like before the buildings are come up, we are able to sell it. Another good part about it, since you asked, another good part about is we have a very good brand name that has been developed in Ahmedabad. तो जैसे ही redevelopment है, जमीन लेना नहीं है, बोर्ड लगता है, माल बिकना शुरू हो जाता है. तो by the time I'm completed the project, बिना पैसा invest किए, 100% sold out. So it's a good business for us.
Thank you. With this, we end. Thank you. Please wait here. I think there are a lot of friends who have come from abroad also for this event. I'll request them to grace the stage. Hemant Amin, sir, from Amin Family Office, Singapore. Our friends from Dubai, Vinay, Deb, please come.